I wonder where we are today. Right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're doing a review today after ages. Yeah, we are at a familiar spot as well, the rooftop. M2's just over there. We've been joined by an M3 as well, F80. I'm not gonna lie, I have missed doing a few reviews, and cars like this I've wanted to drive for a few months, so this one is a very high spec. I'm gonna try and give you guys a walk around as well. That's why I wanted to come here, because give you guys a bit of a throwback video. This one is stage 1 tuned as well, I believe, by MSR Performance, so should have a bit more go compared to your normal A35s, but I haven't driven any. Hopefully the wind has died down a bit now. I just love the fact this thing's got a panoramic roof. But yeah, the drive, we're gonna see how it compares to the Golf R in terms of drive. Interior, of course, I don't really think there's a comparison. This new A-Class is just a different level. In the night as well, we'll try and get some night shots if I can, because this all lights up, and yeah, it's got different ambient lighting. Lovely AMG steering wheel. It's all metal, pretty nice. It's got this full touch panel here on both sides, all solid kind of metal feeling. Even the paddles too, they're really high quality. Interesting, with the A35 you get these kind of seats, which are not like the full buckets you find. I don't know, maybe in Europe you can probably get the full bucket seat option, but yeah, these still do look fairly supportive. I am pretty nice and cozy in here. I believe Merc call it like Artico or something like that, but it feels very like the BMW Dakota leather. It's a very angled dash. It's a big upgrade from the previous gen. The previous gen, I remember the A45 video I did a few years ago. The one complaint I had with that was the center tunnel was quite plasticky, but definitely nice, a bit more solid now. Yeah, there's loads of menus. I'm not gonna go through all of them. Stick to the performance one. BlackBerry touchpad from back in the days. Pretty nice. Got HP, dynamic, advanced, all these. I've got a G meter as well, dials as well. It's in park. We'll get onto the sound in a bit. This car's got one of them GPFs, so yeah, it's not going to be the loudest thing, but yeah, that's pretty much the menus there. There's probably a bunch of stuff you probably can make the map big and everything like that, but I'm sure there's plenty of videos to explain all of that in a bit more detail. Center screen, again, you can use this to swipe between the things. Go on to the is this touchscreen? Oh yeah, touchscreen as well, of course. Vehicle, can you actually see any of that, guys? Apologize if you can't see it, because it's a reflective screen and the light's kind of just in the way, but you know what, let me just put it into drive and just move it. So you got sport, comfort, individual. Yeah, look, it's quieting down. Put in sport. The noise does change inside the cabin. I did notice that. Definitely interior wise, it's moved the game on from the current crop of hot hatches out there. Again, a lot of them are a few years old, so I'm not going to compare them. The new A3 is going to be out next year, I believe, so we'll see how the new S3 is like and whatever. But yeah, as soon as you sit in this thing, you feel special, so that's a big thing, especially when the price points now. There's been a lot of offers on these recently as well. I know a lot of you guys will have been interested in those, but yeah, this one is a very high spec example, so I don't know how much of this stuff you will get on your base car. I believe the base cars do look a bit boring. They look like A220Ds with an AMG kit, I'll be honest. But yeah, I'll show you guys the outside, make sure it's all in park. Door card is nice and smooth. Ooh, that wind outside is pretty crazy. I'll try my best anyway, guys. All right, folks, here we go, the engine bay. In between the wind, I'll try and get all the facts over to you. Then what I might do is turn it off, yeah, so you can actually hear me talk. So these things standard, they make around 302 bhp. With this one, it's actually stage 1 mapped by MSO, and the figures that I made on their dyno apparently made around 370 horsepower, just stage 1, no hardware modifications. But the interesting thing, which the owners just told me, is the torque figure. Now this stage 1 apparently made 440 pound-feet of torque, which is a crazy amount of torque. That combined with the fact that this is a 4MATIC car, 4-wheel drive, is probably a bit like Haldex-ish, but we'll see how it performs anyway. I mean, the format's pretty common nowadays, 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged. It's not based off the A45 engine, you know, the previous gen A45. It's based off the old A250 engine with like a different turbo. I believe it's twin scroll, stuff like that. I like the fact that AMG has gone to town on stuff like the brakes, 4-pots, because even like your Golf R brakes, I mean, they're single pot. The steering rack's different to a normal A-Class. Apparently the rear subframe's all hard mounted. It's got Pirellis that have actually been tuned with the car. AMG, I've worked with it or whatever and tried to make it match the car setup. I am a Michelin guy, so I do love Pilot Sport 4Ss, but we'll see how these are again. I'll turn it back on now because I want to get some rev-in clips. This is probably an area where this car does suffer. I'll be honest, that is pretty quiet. It feels like a hybrid. You can barely even tell it turns on, but all the 2019 cars have got these filters on them, even like the RS3, so can't complain too much. Interestingly enough, I was watching clips on the new A45S. It's already been revealed, there's a few reviews out there. and it's actually no louder than this, so it's weird. I thought they're probably leaving some on the table for that car, but interestingly they sound about the same. Maybe this is even a bit louder from the clips I've watched anyway. Yeah, there's basically zero overrun, but the thing is, from what I've been told, when you drive this thing, it is a nice overrun. So we're gonna find out now. I've given you guys a nice little walk around. I probably am a bit rusty, but we're giving it a go. It's been a while since I've been up here. We're gonna have a lot more cars coming up, guys. We're gonna have a GTR, E63Ss, all the crazy modern cars I've got lined up. So make sure you are subscribed if you are enjoying the video so far. But yeah, what we'll do, we'll get the GoPro set up, and yeah, just head out on the road. Because we're already doing banks. We've got it all in Sport Plus and ESP Sport and all the good stuff, so we're in all the proper modes. I'll be on our roads as well. It's been a while. I was supposed to get my windows down here. Definitely does get going. It's very undramatic, you know, like a lot of modern cars are. But as I was saying, we're going to give this car a fair comparison. We're not going to go comparing it to something like an RS3 or even like an old A45, because these are cars that are in a different kind of class, the way they've pitched this car. To be honest, I think this car exists simply because of the Golf R, because it's like this new car that sits below your full fat hot hatch. You know, like you got your RS3, then you got your S3, so this is like an S3 rival and Golf R rival. Roughly the same figures, four-wheel drive again, probably very front-wheel drive bias again as well, like those systems. But we've got a fair bit of power on tap, as you can see. Plenty of wearing. Oh, it gets out of a dig, guys, trust me. GoPro still on the back. Right, so love this little bit here. We'll floor it first. Some blips on the downshift. Third. I've noticed this car doesn't really want to rev too much. And the red line seems to be around, what, 6.5-ish from what I can see here. But even though I was flooring it through the gears, it seems to want to change up like between 5 and 6. Like the car feels like that's where it ideally should change up. It's not like a crazy revving engine, so it kind of does take away from the feeling of speed. Now the figures, £440/foot, that's a lot of figures on paper. The reason why I feel like, I mean, I haven't fully explored it yet, but I'd say, I don't know, maybe it's because this car is quite refined. It doesn't feel like £440. You get a little thump on the gear change. It's like a chomping noise, like the A45 used to do it as well. Brakes are still good. I mean, we've been hammering it for a while. Still bang on. We check this little flooded bit out here. This is a little flooded bit. It's nice, isn't it? Rally driving an A35. You have a bit of a delay on the pedal, but once you stay in there, like, you just look at the speedo just keeps climbing. You can hit some silly speeds on these back roads, and because it's so secure, you have got the car as well. It's not like you hear more wind and kind of whooshing, so it's kind of like an event. And that's ride is quite good. So this car doesn't have the adaptive dampers, but I don't see it to be an issue so far. It's just a good car. I know I've used the word a few times, but there's like, all modern cars feel like this. They're just, see, I can't give my opinion on how an A35 drives standard, because this thing's got a lot more power to standard. You're looking at around 70 extra bhp, but you can make some serious progress, man. Yeah, definitely. Like the torque vectoring, you gotta get on the power around the corner. If you don't, you're gonna push. Yeah, look at that. Good ride, man. It's a very good ride. You feel like, yeah, it is a bit of a point and square car, but I don't see that as a negative. That's what all these four-wheel drive kind of hatchbacks are nowadays. So this is like one more of that kind of formula, except you get a nice Merc sort of interior. I feel like the Golf Rs are definitely a bit more racy, as they are, you know, being a Golf R, but I'd say if you want something to just cruise around in, this is probably more of a car you'd want to go for. The old A45's dual clutch used to be a bit, you know, it was a bit weird. But the dual clutch in this responds well to the paddle. It's a lot more like an S3 than say, like the R. The R is like a more focused S3, so this feels very S3 like. It's doing a lot of bangs now, you know. Second gear. Good brakes. I'm impressed with the brakes. There's no sort of oh shit feeling like when you it just stops when you want it to. Nice. See that you get more of a surge. It's not like a, you know, the exhaust is cracked leather, it's just like a surge. And it sounds like it as well. All these review things are coming back, man. I feel like, yeah, we're definitely gonna do more reviews, guys. We're calling it Rooftop Season 2, that's what we're calling it. Thought I'd kick it off with something nice like this. Right, so we're gonna launch this now. We're already in ESP Sport. Apparently it's very simple, you just put your foot on the brake and press the gas. Oh, okay, race start, ready to go, release brake. That's pretty quick, guys. I'd say, to wrap up my thoughts, yeah, judging by all the hot hatches that we've covered, it's definitely a very good car. The interior, of course, there's nothing to be said there. It looks very good as long as you get it with the pack. The R still has a bit more of an edgy character to it, but this is, I'd rather sit in this day to day, and I'm a VAG car kind of guy, so that is saying something. But I haven't driven the standard one, so I can't really say. The standard A35, it might feel quite slow after this, because this has got a bunch more power. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe for a lot more to come. Yeah, I'll stop rambling now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Couple of dashes.